Good afternoon, everybody. I am trying to figure out if this game volume is too loud, because, you know, new game, new stuff. I'm a little worried about our performance here in terms of the game, because I have not found an option to limit my frame rate. So we'll see if performance is going to be an issue. I can always, like, bump down graphics if we need to and stuff. Yeah. I'm still feeling a little bit achy and tired from my booster shot and everything, so I'm a little today, but that's why we're gonna play something with a pause button. And yeah, I bought this on sale during the winter thing, and so it's probably gonna take me too long to, like, make a person, but I wanted to. Oh, also I didn't bother putting makeup on today, so I look extra tired. Hooray. Nobody cares. So, I'm just gonna pop myself over here while we do this, because, yeah. Definitely of the pasty white persuasion. Yeah, you were a part of convincing me, or, well, letting me convince myself to buy it. I don't know which one I look more like. Thank you. But I mean, looking hot and looking tired aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, I suppose. And yeah, you get to see my old avatar, my WoW character with the super long neck. I don't know. Do I look like this chick already? Probably. Like, maybe that one? What's the difference? Are these the same? I think these are exactly the same. Okay, sure, whatever. That's cool. I'm a teenager? I don't know if I want to be... Oh, well, now I have questions. Why would I default as a teen? I'm so confused. Also, I don't know if I relate with any of these. Well, that's not that bad. Welcome to the Overthinking Avatars Club. This is what we do here. There are not, like, a lot of great hairdos, man. I mean, that's cute. Yeah, I could handle that. It's very professional. That's kind of fun. I don't know what vibe are we going for here. Are we going for pure chaos or just, you know, whatever the heck? If you can't find an avatar close to what you look like, you just go wild and pick something the polar opposite. Yeah, like, I have, like, I don't know if it's WoW or just me, but I have, like, bunch of characters that live rent-free in my head that I've just kind of created over the years. So it's either me or it's one of those, right? AFK wants to get this but has too many other games to play. God, don't I know it, friend. Well, that was the thing. This is why I needed Elise to help me or allow me to justify buying games, because every time I want to buy games, I'm like, but I have so many games. So it's a bit of a problem, but whatever. But yeah, sure, she's cute. I don't wear glasses very often. I'm not sure I like the fact that they match my hair. Oh, right. I mean, I guess my hair is naturally brown, but it's not what it is right now. Oh, that's so cute. I mean, that's not... I'm a little confused, but it's cute. I mean, okay. Sure. That's cute. You have some of the older Zoo Tycoon games. At least you do have power here. I don't think I kind of said this on my last stream, but I don't think I've played, like, any of the... Hey, Sloth, how's it going? why do I have to interrupt my own sentences to do shit like that? It's fine. ADHD is the answer. But yeah, I don't think I've actually owned a Tycoon game since like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. So good times. This should be fun. I used the fiery chaos Elmo gif to announce this stream everywhere, and I'm pretty pleased with my decision. I mean, like, I feel weird picking glasses because I barely ever wear my glasses. That's the main thing. I love making avatars. It's so fun. Hey, Galdwin, how's it going? Good afternoon. Oh, Pabu is thinking about entering the room. I'm gonna not... Oh. Hi, what's up? Yeah, okay, but don't go in there, though. Every time he just tries... Okay, I don't know how I feel about the donut shirt. That's a bit weird. Like, this feels appropriate because it's winter here, but presumably my zoo is not going to be wintry. Are we gonna overthink this? Fuck yeah, we are. Hey, what are you doing? Where are you? Oh, hi. Oh, right. I lost track of my own face for a second because I'm on the other side of the screen right now. Dress in layers. Yeah, smart man. That's why your name is Hiker Mike, right? Okay, Pabu. What are you... Whatever. The less I screw around with him, the less likely he is to be a dick. So, I mean... That's weird, but alright. What? Yeah? Okay, bye. We don't know what he's doing. This is really cute though. I do like that. Yeah. This is cute. I do like it. So. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Something's gotta be purple. It's always gotta be purple. Pabu, what you do, boo? Come here. Come here. Don't just flap your tail at me from behind the monitor. Like, I can't see him when he's there, and he's just like, he's gonna eat everything. I don't... None of these are, like, quite right, but, like, I don't fucking know what my hex codes are. Oh, okay, there we go. Like, I should maybe have my favorite purple hex code memorized, but I don't, so... Pabu, what are you doing? Hi. What are you doing, buddy? Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Stupid. He's being a stupid. Hey. No. No cables. Not food. Cables are friends, not food. Got it? You don't have yours committed to memory either. Yeah, in terms of the purple. Yeah. I should at least have it written down somewhere, but I don't. I just kind of pick similar purples. I should probably, you know, do some proper branding like I would for someone else that was paying me. Usually I like to go for a little bit of a lower saturation, which is weird for me because, yeah, but... What are you doing? You came over here for like 2 seconds. He is a bitey boy today. Although, I mean, arguably less than some days, but come here. It's gonna take us like an hour and a half to get out of character creation. Let's just, and like you like barely see this character. Oh my god, can you please not shove things off the desk, you frickin' crazy boy. Why? Ow, what? I cut his claws the other day, and I don't know what he did, if he like broke it or something, but he has one claw that's just really sharp right now. I'm not cool with it. Chomp, 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 chomp. I don't know what that was. Oh, mail? Garbage pickup? Something? Who knows? He's gone for now. Left some cat hair on my face though, so that should be fun for the next 3 hours. Okay. I mean, I think that's pretty cute, right? Maybe no. I am really nitpicking this. Wowzers. Nice, perfect, excellent. These pants are kind of cute, but I don't know if they go with this thing. You will disappear because you have to do your own stream to force yourself. You have your own stream to force yourself to do. Yes, I was actually surprised to see you here at all, Elise, but I always love having you, so I'm glad you stopped in regardless. Those are cute. Very business casual. Wow. I mean, that's a vibe, but I don't think I should go for the purple, but apparently this is just the swatch we've got now. Wow. I don't know if I'm a shorts kind of gal. You felt obligated since you bullied me. I mean, you only bully me when I ask you to, basically, so, or at least when you know that I should be bullied. So it works out. Like, I don't know, should we go for like freaking khakis? I don't know. Eggplant outfit. Yeah, not like full-on eggplant outfit seems like a bit much. Or we could do what I could just go for the purple and teal thing. Which, yeah, now I feel like I'm stealing a friend's colors, but I had them first. All the way back at Halo 2. Anyway. So, like, I don't know, we could do this. We could do the funky thing, and then, like... Yeah, that's what we had, and then... Like, I don't know. Oh, you can change every single one of those colors. That's outrageous. That's too much. I don't want to deal with that. I don't know, this is, like, cute, but I don't like the stripes, but I don't, like the other ones either. Like, I don't know. Rich black? No, that just looks weird. This music's nice. It's very relaxing, which is good because I'm tired and I would like to be relaxed. Sure, that looks very zoo owner, doesn't it? Right? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna want a hat, but no. No. Okay, the badger's pretty good, but no. I'm a waffle cone! I'm the waffle queen. Nice. Anyway, no. Sure.
Oh.
Away we go. Look at us. Hey, it's not even quarter after. That's because there weren't that many options. I mean, I guess we just... Oh, I doubt it, but my washing machine is doing things. So, like, where exactly is the border here? Like, roughly, like, here? Because that green wiggly line seems to be above the border. Options are a paid DLC tier, yeah. And we never saw the avatar again. Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's like, kind of pointless. Welcome to Planet Zoo. We're gonna have to move my face again. Okay, this just got even louder. You know what? I'm just gonna rock out. I'm gonna leave it loud for myself and turn it down for you guys. At least for now. At least until that, like, breaks my brain when I'm trying to focus on something later. I figure we should do the career thing, because I don't know what I'm doing. I hate things that are timed, for the most part, so... Let's just be boring and start with the tutorial, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't necessarily want to, like, be sitting here staring at chat going, help me. Renovated and renamed... Oh, okay. See, like, I also just don't know how loud is reasonable, because I feel like my Subnautica background noise was a little bit low in retrospect, which is a bit of a shame because sound is a big thing in Subnautica, but trying to figure it out. Okay, like, the music is really good, but this is too loud, so yeah, I'm gonna fix it for myself too, never mind. Galt says it probably will anyway. There are things the tutorial doesn't explain well. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, like, regardless of anything, I'm always gonna need to ask chat for help. And Arthano says, I'm sure the game is what's getting louder, as there's just some random person playing guitar in my house, slowly getting closer. I mean, I might be really impressed if that was the case.
Slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie.
Okay,
the only
Bernie.
person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only
yuck,
when I
yuck.
pack elephant dung into the carpets.
Haha.
As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home.
Okay, buddy.
This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me.
Wow, that's why
And
it
pride,
sucks.
Thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
we're in the middle of a
I
big
am
renovation,
aware
and
that the
that's
humor
where you
is that
come
kind of
Sadly,
humor.
old
I've watched a
contractor
couple
had to
people play it
retire
for a
after
bit,
developing a
but
fur
that doesn't mean I
allergy.
know how to do anything.
Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the
Especially
lion
when
habitat.
one of,
So,
like, every time I've
it's
seen
up
a
to
game be
you to
played, like,
finish
most of
everything
the
off.
time,
Don't worry though, I'm not completely
that
throwing you into the deep
means
end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones,
that
will be
one of
lending a
those
helping
plays
hand.
was like, let's
Oh,
game it
she's
out,
a
which
hard
does not
worker,
exactly teach you
and she
how
expects
games
you to be
function.
too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire.
I want to
One
turn
that
this
isn't
down
on fire.
so bad.
Less
My
shouting
brain
that way.
hurts. Please stop talking.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours,
Oh
I'm
my
guessing
God.
your baby's new hire.
Okay,
Now, hope
I'm
you're
done.
ready to ditch
Stop.
your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with...
Oh God. All right. Okay, master volume. Let's make that like literally half, and then I'll maybe. Okay, maybe that's not. Maybe that's too much. But also, I don't know, because I think it's quieter in menus, so.
the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some
Keep
of our
music, but disable
beautiful
voices.
animals.
Yeah, we could.
We'll
I
start
mean,
by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
presumably I could turn the voices all the way down. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could at least make the voices themselves quieter for now. Okay. What am I doing? Clicking on grizzly bears. What? Okay. What am I doing? I wasn't paying any attention. I was too scared. Why do I have visiting players? What do you want from me? What? Okay. Locate the grizzly. Enter it. The animal camera. Locate the West African lion and locate the empty habitat. Okay, but how? I wasn't listening. Help. Oh, good lord. No, thank you. That's a lot. Can I just like zoom in? Just really far?
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Okay. Yay.
Select one of the bears
Bear
and you'll bring
butt.
up its information panel.
To
See
the
now,
right of
this is a
explore the
fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it.
Ugh, okay.
Okay,
Cool.
when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
I'm just like, where are you? Where am I supposed to be looking for that? What? I'm sorry. I am always clueless, especially with a new game, especially with a complicated UI, and also I'm tired. So view is shitty. It's because there's rocks and well, okay, no, there should be whatever. I don't care. Is it because there are no lions? The map icon on the objective list. That. Oh.
Panthera leo leo. All the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride.
It's a lot.
Although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie
Yeah,
would say, those lions are awesome.
Sorry.
Which is precisely why I handle training
I
instead
am sorry
these
that
days.
tutorials are
Anyway,
also overwhelming
how
for
about
you
we
at
get
least.
started
Like
on those objectives?
in
Come
like
on,
combat
let's head over
games
to an
and stuff,
empty
it's
habitat and see
fine
what
because
needs
there's
doing
just
there.
not like it's standard. There's like a really expected way that things are done that really tends to carry over between games. But when it's things like this, like I will get the hang of some of this immediately and it will go great, and some of it I will just never use because it's too much for me to remember. And yeah, so Gald, if you did a lot of Googling, feel free to yell things at me. But yeah, if I have to do some Googling, then that's fine, I guess. Yeah.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's
Sure.
missing a certain something.
The
Well,
animals?
two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to
Yuck,
adopt a
yuck.
pair of them. To
You feel
adopt
this in your
animals, we need to
bones,
open
yeah.
the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
At least this game is chill, not like taking too much time to get through the tutorial causes a grizzly bear to escape. Yeah, that's kind of why I picked this game instead of going back to, like, Horizon Zero Dawn today, because, like, my reflexes and aim are not going to be good today, and that would just mean I spend 3 hours getting my ass handed to me. Like, I don't know what it is, I just, like, I guess I've been getting my ass handed to me, but at this point I'm just, like, intimidated by Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm like, what am I doing? So, yeah, it's great.
There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works.
Thank you.
The last
I
thing I need is
appreciate
you
the
accidentally
simplicity.
ordering a dozen elephants.
Well, so that's
When
the
you
real
adopt an
reason
animal,
then.
it's automatically placed in the trade center.
Did someone order a warthog? Yeah, but I ordered the Halo kind of warthog, and I'm really
As
disappointed.
it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Didn't
When
I
you
already?
ask for an animal to
Yes.
be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Okay. Let's
Well,
go.
as you can see, those caretakers don't
Wow,
run
that's a
about.
very small
They'll move
warthog.
those animals to their destination as
Itty
fast
bitty
as
teeny
possible.
weeny warthog. Is
Of
it a
course,
baby?
normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of
It's
health.
Kamaria,
Right,
the
let's
common
get the warthog's
warthog.
habitat finished
What a
up so
cute
we can
little
keep them nice and happy.
baby.
You see, each animal in the
Water
zoo has an
toy.
overall welfare statistic,
Herb,
basically how
herb,
happy they are.
herb.
And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment.
Okay, now how do I
Luckily,
do
if you
it?
select an animal, you'll bring up
Yes,
the animal welfare
I know.
information panel, which we saw earlier.
I did
where you can
notice.
see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed.
Which
Don't
is
worry
great.
if that's
Now
a
how
lot to
do I
remember.
do it?
You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To
Aha.
do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
I would like the water to be in the shed.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
In easy view.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this,
Cool.
I see.
Do I?
Now,
Our
though,
Nancy?
contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and
I
wotsits
heard
all
that
over
as
the shop.
feral
But the first
state,
thing we
and
need
that...
to finish is the ostrich habitat.
I mean, I guess it's kind of what
It's over
she
near the
said.
hippos.
The hippos. Where are they? I found them.
Before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's
paused.
pause the game. Just click
Pause
the
is
pause button in the
good.
bottom right corner.
No, I hit P. Thank you.
That's more like it. A quick break.
I do like
Sometimes
pausing.
it's a good idea to pause the game.
This
whilst
is just
we're
a
doing
prison
something which
simulator
requires
for
your
animals. You're
concentration,
not wrong,
because it'll
Elise.
stop the zoo
You're not
spinning out
wrong.
of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built.
Aye, aye,
Okay.
Captain
Job
Nancy.
number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Where would we like to put this? Also, oh god, this camera's gonna take a hot minute to get used to. Ugh. So can I just build a path though? Cause I kind of want it to be. Is it not gonna let me? What's going on? Where's the place? Oh, it's literally just like, nah, bitch, put it right there.
Right.
Okay,
Let's
fine.
complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an
Someone
area
needs
for
to
you
make an
use, so I'd like
asymmetrical
you to finish
multiplayer
off the
mod for this.
perimeter
One
using the brick barrier.
zookeeper trying to keep animals in, multiplayers controlling animals trying to escape. So yeah, it's kind of like Back 4 Blood or Left 4 Dead, where one team can be the zombies except your animals trying to escape. I would 100%, I would 100% play that game. Would prefer to be the chaos gremlin in that equation, but I'd take it regardless. I would also be the distraught zookeeper. Okay, like I guess it's just saying that anywhere along here is good, but I might as well make it big. Also, isn't this like not good? Because people won't be able to see them?
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it
That
has
works.
to have a full loop of connected barrier.
Well, yeah.
Now, you've probably noticed that guests
Uh-huh.
can't actually see into this habitat at the moment.
I'm
At
onto
least not
you,
without a step
Nancy.
ladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier so the guests can see in.
Okay. So should I? But oh, why can't? Is that my maximum or something? But then why is this finicky? Enter.
There we go.
Okay.
Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on.
Well, yeah, but
because
that's
it
why
makes
I
them
wanted to put
happy.
one here.
And because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't.
Aye,
The
aye,
last thing
Captain
we need to
Nancy,
do is
once
to add
again.
a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the
Only
main
one?
sources of income for the
can only
zoo,
do
so
one?
make sure you remember them.
Fine. I
now,
will
before
try
we adopt our ostriches,
to remember
you should click
them.
the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
Indeed, Nancy.
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button.
No, thank
It will run
you.
everything at 2 times and 5 times faster.
No, thank
It can
you.
be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be
Yeah,
delivered
but
to
right
a
now,
habitat.
nah.
Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right.
Nancy
finished
has
the
me on a
habitat, so
short
it's
leash.
high
Yes,
time
she
we
does.
adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Way ahead of you, Nancy. Way ahead of you. But you did give me a list, so I think I'm still pretty much on a very short leash.
While we
you
wait
know.
for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them.
Yeah.
Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Okay. Elise wants to be on a short leash. Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what, how to. Nope, I don't know. Not sure how to eloquently respond to that. So I feel like I'm overdoing it a little bit, but that's okay.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs.
Awkward giggles
Did you
works.
know
Sweet,
they can
nailing it
actually
then.
run
Thanks,
at
Elise.
43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera finds alone
Don't
would
you
bankrupt us.
Dare speak that into existence, Bernie, you bastard.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better.
Excuse me.
Let's do the same for the keepers, shall we?
Oh boy,
To make it
ow,
easier
that
for
kind
the
of hurt.
keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut.
Oh,
Keeper huts are
that's
where the
why I
keepers
wasn't
prepare
allowed
the
to
food for
put
animals.
anything
So they
here.
should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Yeah, what a bunch of lazy frickin' slackers.
You'll need to rotate the keeper
Yeah,
hut
so
to
tell
get
me
it
how
to
to do
connect
it,
up to
babe.
the path.
Z and Z. Sorry, I'm a Canadian.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time.
Coolio.
Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness.
Boo-hoo, guess.
Negatively.
What a bunch of babies.
In
And
case
yes,
that
Zed is a
wasn't
Canuck
clear.
problem for sure.
Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects
I kind of
need
just
is
say
power,
Z or Zed
and that
depending which
obviously
one like
includes your
flows
newly
better
built
with whatever
keeper
I'm
hut.
saying at the time.
So let's place a
whatever.
transformer
I talk to
next
too
to
many
it, shall we?
Americans to not use American isms some of the time at the very least. So okay.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
What's because path. I get it.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos.
Exciting.
Let's get on to your next objective then.
Tigers.
Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far
Captain
away.
Nancy, here we are again with me saying that.
Righty,
Apparently
your
that's
next job is
just a
to
thing.
build a habitat from scratch.
Scratch.
And concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Wow, with the amount of sass, you
and
would
make
think
sure the
I'd
guests
like
will be able to see the
failed
tigers.
you before. Why can't I build it shorter than that? Shut up, Nancy. Of course the guests will be able to see the tigers. What kind of incompetent failure do you think I am? I'm just gonna take as much offense as possible. I hate it. I hate it so much. Why are you making me cut corners like this? I hate this. Time for you to get ready. Hope you. I will do my best to enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you, Elise. I hope your stream goes wonderfully. And Elaine says that you are technically working right now, so I'm going to keep you open on my PC while working on my laptop, but I won't really be commenting. No worries, Elaine. Thank you for hanging out anyway. I hope that I can make your workday somewhat less boring, hopefully, if that's a problem. I'm sure that I can change the length of the section I'm placing, but God knows, like, how. Yeah.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos,
Nancy,
so we should probably
ready.
make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Which widget?
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
Wasn't it like already? Whatever. Let's do 4.5-ish.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
What a weird
Okay,
thing
that's
to
the
say.
habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore.
Always good.
I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
You bet. Oh, that's a lot more expensive than a warthog. Which, I mean, obviously, but you know.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival.
Okay.
We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Are you still... Yeah, you're still giving me, or telling me what you think a suitable thing is, and only letting me use
This
that,
time,
which is
instead of
cool.
adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
How could I choose rough water
Yes,
for that?
that'll do nicely.
I feel like I want
Of
that
course,
to be
just like
deeper,
the
but whatever.
warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Frozen blood pumpkin? What the fuck does that mean? I don't like it. Okay. Don't they need shelter and shit too? Are we getting to that?
Okay, it's really starting
Anyone
to take
else find
shape.
it odd that they're trying to generate
Now,
income
the
via
tigers will
donations
need
by
a
each
shelter in
animal
their
instead of just charging a
habitat, so
fee
they
to
can
enter the
hide from
park,
the
or is this
guests,
just game
or
logic?
more
I think
likely
it's
the
I
bad
think they
weather.
do
Although
charge a
given
fee
that
to
we're in
enter.
England,
It's
you
just
might want
that
to think of that just as
donations
normal
count
weather.
for more is the idea.
Go on,
I
add a
don't
shelter
know.
to their habitat.
Yes, okay.
You can either build
I'm
one
asking
from
all the right
various suitable
questions
bits
here.
and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Okay, so okay, so I can make like terrain stuff that counts as shelter. Okay, I don't know where I would want this. I'm doing better than you, Gald. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. I want to give the tigers privacy, but you know, that seems like a terrible place for it. But
Oh, poor
done.
Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat.
Well, how
Select
dare
a
we?
tiger and bring up its information panel.
Ayush, what would you like?
Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Soil and long
Okay then,
grass.
open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay, well, I guess we'll try and cover up some of the part that's rock. Okay, whatever. She said soil, so I should probably just, you know, do that. I don't get it. Why? I'm confused. Fuck! Come on. Why is this such an exceedingly complicated balance? I don't like this. What is auto paint? It's auto paint cheating? is that what that counts as? Cause like, I don't really, like, am I reading this wrong? What is up with the balance of this? It's not about you, it's about what the tiger's like. Well, I know, but how do I balance this? Like, what, where do I put more of it without fucking up everything else? Like, is that close enough? So, do I just do it smaller? Like, like, this isn't doing anything. And then you screw up the soil. Just replace long grass with soil. But doesn't it want more? Oh, it needs less. Oh, I'm an idiot. See, I thought that's why I was like, am I reading this wrong? What's happening? And turns out. Okay, well, eat my farts. Great.
They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger.
Sure, buddy.
Still,
apprenticeship.
Those tigers look so
Heck yeah.
happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Okay, buddy.
Right.
Whatever
Let's head over to the Indian peafowls.
That was way more complicated than it needed to be. Oh boy. I would think that, or well, you would think the tigers would like long grass though. Yeah, right? See, that's why I was like reading it as if it made sense that they would want more long grass. Like soil makes sense.
Just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail.
But where is one? Oh, okay. I was like, can I not? Phil! Okay, hi Phil.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more.
To have more of them?
Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
Yes.
Right. As you can see, the peafowlers need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Off I pop indeed. Yay for cheap-ass peafowls.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly,
I'm gonna be so hopeless when I'm on my own, though. Like, I'm gonna forget everything. Everything. Snow leopards are very pretty. What's up, baby snow leopard friend?
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy.
Oh yeah, that's
You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass.
One-way, yeah.
It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Yes.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Oh, so many heat maps.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Should be lots, right?
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Okay, but where's the leopard? I would like to have the no, wrong button. I want to have the thing that tells me the thing. Cause like, that isn't complaining about anything. Where do I get the percentage? Or the little balancing map thing. Where are you at, my leopardy friend? Leopard? Leopard friend? Leopards? Well... I mean, probably hiding in the cave, but like... it's a snow leopard. Why have you done this to me? I don't understand why I'm so very confused about this. Oh, there it is! Okay. 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 Okay, but it says it's fine? Oh. So it doesn't want these? Yeah. It wants different trees? Oh god, what am I doing? Oh, okay, now it's... Okay, sure. Let's start with that and then she'll yell at me some more. Oh, right, they want less of it again. Damn it! I am not managing this camera well, and that's okay.
All of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats.
I'm a
That'll increase the
painter.
average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Okay.
As you can see, this list shows you the animals'
Planet
overall
MS
welfare.
Paint. Heck
So
yes.
if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Elaine never felt like she got the hang of building tools in this game. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that I'm gonna be like a little lost. What was that? What? Okay, increase the yeah, okay, so it's the tortoises that are unhappy. How do I get over there? Yeah, can I go there? Okay, but I just did that. I get it. It's this. Oh, apparently the zebras aren't thrilled either. What do you want me to do about it? Oh, and also the giraffes? Wow, y'all suck. What is happening? Oh god, of course it's that. Yeah, they made it so a few people can do incredibly detailed things at the expense of making it intuitive for the majority. Yeah, that sounds about right, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got zebras and giraffes together, which should be fine, right? But they want different terrain setup and better enrichment. But yeah, because I've seen people do some really cool detailed stuff, but yeah, it's also like, excuse me, what am I doing right now? How does this work? So yeah. More short grass, more long grass, less soil. Okay. Okay, chugga 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 chugga. Should probably not, like, put a ton of that in, like, the water. Kind of defeats the purpose. Okay. Screw you, soil. We don't want you here. Oh, now I'm fucking everything up again. Still too much soil. There we go. Planet MS Paint indeed. Okay. Now we've got that dealt with. They still want enrichment. Okay, what do you want me to do? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now? I don't know what they want. Okay, I am apparently doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but alright. I can sort the list by happiness, which is good to know. Food enrichment and toy enrichment, but how do I figure out which ones are for which? Okay, but this is so many. Plain zebra, and what's the giraffe? Reticulated giraffe. Okay. Sweet, neato. Well, yeah, but this is just complicated.
Not bad. Not
Hey,
bad at
I
all.
wasn't
I
done
think
yet.
it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours.
How dare you?
There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want...
Fine. Sure. Saving my zoo. Yoink. Yeah, Nancy has yanked the leash, and I should probably move on to, like, you know, getting closer towards the spectacular chaos of me doing this on my own. The Madagascan Simian Conservation Project, or the Maple Leaf Wildlife Park. So, I guess we should probably do the tutorials first. I have such a freaking tiny head that sometimes, like, the smallest setting on this is still too big and it goes, like, halfway up my head. Anyway, cool. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it up. We got this. Play a zoo. The Maple Leaf is basically my own zoo. Cool, good to know. Also, maple leaves. Wow, that is quite loud, but I guess again, it's jolly music, so it's all good. I am so tired, my god. Like, my arm is kind of still sore if I press on it, but for like 2 days of being sleepy and achy and 1 day of sore arm, like that's a pretty good trade-off.
Welcome to
but,
Madagascar.
oh my god,
it's
I'm tired.
Quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh?
This is very pretty. I don't know if
Apart
I've
from the
ever
weather,
actually
I
seen anyone do the
They
not
don't call
first
these
tutorial
places
before.
rainforest for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary where we're doing vitally important conservation work.
Hey, I can
not just for apes,
rub my eyes
but for
though
all
because I didn't
kinds
put
of
makeup
species.
on.
But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the
We're
way
doing
the
so
world
good,
treats them
guys.
is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives.
Okay, Bernie, yuck yuck.
Anyway, that's why
Bernie
I'm
is a real
determined
yuck.
that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living.
Oh god.
And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
That was a little dark,
What do you
Bernie.
think of Madagascar then?
That was a little
Bit
dark.
warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is
Wow, that was
Bernie's
the
primate
Britishest.
sanctuary. It's not just primates though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed
Is
lemurs.
Bernie like a prime
They're the ones
example
that
of
look like
why
they
do
should be
people
in a
marry people they
Shakespeare
don't
play.
like? Because
Come on,
like,
let's
wow.
head over to them.
Okay, so locate the highlighted area. Yep.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforest
They're
of
so
Massawa.
cute.
That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years.
Okay, bud.
Fancy that,
You okay?
eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Okay.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvelous creature. They're always a big
there he
favourite
is.
at any zoo they feature in. And they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one.
I mean,
Oh, why don't you take a better look at them?
models and stuff.
Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
Yeah, but I already did that.
Aren't they just incredible?
Okay, bye.
When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos.
It's captured
They're quite
the
the
escaped
characters.
bonobo.
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the
What's
habitat's
happening?
barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too.
Okay.
Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
And I did it.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo. But it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll
Okay.
need to hire a replacement sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet. Now, click on one of the paths to place the vet in your zoo.
Cool. just
Great. Now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Oh my god.
And then click on the call vet button to call the vet over to capture it.
Is that there?
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there. As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Excellent.
Good.
Cool.
Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top.
Yeah, I was gonna
say,
that way
the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
Ugh. Ugh. What? I mean, both is fine. I'm so confused. What do you want? Just gonna pause that again. Like, do I need to like set this? Like, what is happening? I'm so confused. what is happening? I'm like, okay, so this one is on the right, but like, it's not working? Oh, the options window is behind my camera. I'm sorry. I knew I fully intended to like double check where all of that shit was. I don't know where to put myself with this. I guess I can put myself over like the objectives and stuff, and then I can just there we go. Because the objectives is not a big deal, and I could just like scroll through it and stuff. But like, okay, so now it's just on the wrong side. And it was just being really weird before. Okay,
and I think it's
whatever.
high time we unboxed those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long.
Wow,
Select
that was
the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the animals tab. And finally, click on unbox all animals to let them out. I expect some of them are fair bursting for the toilet.
Okay,
so,
Nancy.
It turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down.
But
and before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals.
We got
Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again.
Yeah, I already did it. Bye.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work
just
there.
Kicking Nancy's
ass.
I'm just chafing at the bit here. Okay, wait. Now I'm supposed to.
You had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
Bernie, are you okay, buddy?
Another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources.
This is the problem with me starting a bunch of games
and improvements to food quality.
It's just so much tutorial.
It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research center. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Do I need to kill it first? Oh, right. Don't make me do this weird group shit. Did I do it right? Oh yeah, I ain't making my own right now. That's not a thing we're doing today. Is that? Yeah, that's better. No. What's the problem? What's happening? Help! Do I have to flatten terrain or no? That's part of it apparently. And now it worked. All right. Cool. Is it? Are we good now? What is happening? What? Why? It still says like build a research center. So what? I'm so confused. Was I not supposed to delete the other thing? Like, what did I do? Did I break it? Did I die? Like, yeah, and it brought me here, where there was a little hut, which I then destroyed, and then I built a research center. And I'm so fucking confused. Okay, so if I shouldn't have destroyed the hut, then what? Because this should be, like, good to go, right? Oh, right. I kind of forgot that things actually... So they're telling me to do this instead or something? Or... Like... That looks terrible, but I can do it. Boop. Like, are you sure? Is that what you want from me, game? I don't think it worked. What's happening? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Oh, now okay. What? Can we just wait? What? Ring-tailed lemurs. I am so confused. I don't... Oh. Okay. So I guess it worked and we just have a really ugly research center now. The tutorial being wonky... You have to restart the game once to get it to advance. That's weird. Because, like, you'd think the tutorial would be the least wonky, like, out of all things, right? Because you want, I don't know, people to understand how to play the game? Would that be good? Am I wrong? Am I losing my mind? Why are you inefficient? What's your problem? I mean, I guess I'm fine with just accepting that I'm losing my mind. But, like, it's being weird because it's, like, not acknowledging that I built a research center, but maybe once this research is done, it will be fine. Maybe no one but us actually plays the tutorial. That's possible, Galdwin. I don't know. Maybe. But, yeah, like, should I take a break and reload it, or should I just wait on the research and see what happens? Like, like how long does this take? Not that long? Reload. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yep, sure. Very exciting, I know. Please don't take forever. I wish I could install, like, every game on a solid-state drive and not have to deal with this kind of thing, but that's very impractical, so...
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research.
I already built it, though.
Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. Oh, the animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff
like,
canteen.
what's the joke here,
anyway,
Nancy?
as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research center.
Looks so dumb.
And once again,
oh,
that's
there we
something that
go.
this zoo is missing.
All right,
So
now shut up, Nancy.
I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Now Nancy's gonna have a breakdown because she has
First
to
off,
talk through
let's
like
pop down
3
two
things.
education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Okay. Well, that doesn't seem right. Turn on align to surface to do the thing. Yes. Thank you, because that would have been a problem. Where even, oh my god, this is difficult.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
But I want to make it, there we go, okay. Oh, no, now we put 2 of them there.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious.
No, I never would have been able to figure it out, Nancy. Thank you for saving me.
You need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
How dare we?
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading.
Yes, how dare anyone
One
ask
thing
them
to bear in
read?
mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
That's just kind of funny, just like...
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards. Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Ooh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs.
Yes,
we need to collect the results.
A while ago, actually.
We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area.
Neato.
Collect your research rewards. just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Climbing area and less sand.
Now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs.
Oh boy!
Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel. Next, click on the Terrain tab.
Just
now,
like
as you can
way ahead
see,
of you,
the
man.
lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way,
just done that,
it's
but
not always
that's
just
too much.
climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes. Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to
You built it.
absolutely love it.
You should
Do you know
definitely
what would make them even
think so.
happier,
Yeah.
though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock
Sure,
better quality
babe.
food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the
Okay,
lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Okay.
Lovely. Now select the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on
But
the
yeah,
drop-down
it is a
menu
bit
and
tedious,
select
but you'd be
Grade
super
2
lost without
food
the tutorial.
quality.
Yeah, that seems to be the case
Grade
in
2
all games
food
like this,
quality.
and that's
My
fine.
mouth's
But
already watering.
like, that's the thing is, I never know if I should do the
So,
tutorial
a
shit
new climbing
on
frame
stream or
and
not.
better food.
Because
Oh, you've really
I don't know.
spoiled
It doesn't
those
matter.
lemurs,
I'm
Watson.
just hanging out with you guys
Now,
and half
I think
asleep
it's time we
anyway,
looked
so
at one
it's
of the zoo's
fine.
most
But
important responsibilities.
but also, it's
Releasing
like you don't want
animals into
to
the
necessarily
wild.
watch someone
You see,
do this
when we feel
tutorial
an animal is ready, we can
700
release
times.
them into the wild.
So I don't
But
know if everyone else
what
streams this
makes
kind
an
of thing or
animal
not.
a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old.
So
They'll
can I
also need
only
to be
not
fertile.
locate the
After
highlighted
all,
area
the idea
because you're
is to
still talking?
repopulate the wild. So the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits will be rewarded when we release them.
Cool.
Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in
Higher
mind,
quality
let's
animals.
pop over to our
Alright.
orangutan habitat.
Okay, yeah, it was just because she was still talking. Cool.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the animals tab in the habitat information
Got
panel,
him.
and find him in the animals list. I
Ta-da!
know it's sad to
Say
see him
goodbye.
go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release.
Youngest-
Young, strong,
yep,
and fertile. Excellent work there.
Great.
You've definitely got potential, you know.
The best animals do require that currency. Yeah, no, I totally believe that.
I see
I'm
you've
just
been doing
like,
some homework. Although
wow,
it
you're
already
just
seems like
really
work
shitting on
when you're
those
learning
low
about
quality
something
animals.
as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Again, thanks.
Okay,
Thanks,
so
bud.
far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn
Gila
all
monsters.
about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there? Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research center earlier, then pop it into the gap.
Okay. Okay. I mean, like, I don't
Perfect.
know
The
how
next
much
thing
I
to do
get
is
this,
adopt
but
an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster?
spiders.
Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
It's adapted for cash.
Just as we do with
cannot be
habitat
released.
animals,
Okay.
we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there.
I did.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel.
Can I just give you lots of
As
them?
I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research.
Sure.
Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab. Here, you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
The coziest Gila monster.
That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a two-dimensional background, or even a three-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options?
Extremely shiny.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Yeah, there we go. I feel like that's not how that's supposed to work. I think that's right. Right? Cool? Cool. Cool.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right.
Delightful.
Now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Sounds like a lot of work, Nancy. Where do I do that? Where does that even go? What is up with, what is this? What is this the entrance? What is happening here? Okay, that is the entrance. I was just like, but this is the game. Well, yeah, I know. It's just like, I just don't know where to start. Because now, but see, because now I have to look at this. So, you know, anteaters? What about anteaters? I don't know. But also, I think we only need to do 3, and like, I'm not sure where to put an exhibit, but I wouldn't hate putting another exhibit. So I don't know. So this down here is an exhibit. Okay. Interesting. Or not an exhibit. You know what I mean. Paths. That's what I'm looking for. What is that? Whatever. I'll just... So, I guess we'll, like... You find it easier to build the fence first. Yeah, I agree, but I feel like I'm trying to cut a couple exhibits out of, or paths or whatever out of it. Okay, fine. Fine. Making sense over here. Okay. Yeah, I know it's a you do you thing, like, don't worry about it. But, yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do 2 habitats and then leave some space over here for like exhibits and stuff. But, you know, big habitat, because reasons, and I have a bunch of money, so why not? Oh, right, I guess it would be good to, like, utilize that path. Have a path around that side, too. Well, I don't know. Perfect. Except now I need to like just like delete this because I want to do the thing. I'm sure that there's a quicker way to do this, but I don't actually know what it is yet, so womp. There we go. Okay, and then how do we want to split this? I guess I don't really know what I'm putting in here, which is not ideal. What is happening? What is happening right now? what is why? Yeah, so like, can I please build another thing? It's not what I want to do. Okay, well, alright, I guess we'll just do this and then connect it. Whatever makes it work, right? Okay, paths. Okay, well, that was a little too close, apparently. I do like the chill vibes. This is what I was going for today, so that's good and all, but yeah. Okay, well, not perfect, but I'll take it. How do I... Because now I'm just like, should I? Because like, I just, how do I, can I like add stuff? I would like this to be a large area. Stuff. Can I? How do I do this? This is not. This isn't working. There's gotta be a way to do this, right? MS painted in. Is that a thing that I could do? Cause I'm cool with doing that, but like, is it gonna work? Or unless you mean the terrain, like, cause, okay, well let's just undo that real quick. It looks so weird. Like they have these. It's not a path option, maybe under a different thing. Yeah, like I could see that, but like what? I'm confused. Interesting. Uh-huh. Might even be something I don't have access to in the tutorial. That is a solid point. That is a solid point. So maybe we just do. Well, but I want to do an exhibit. Okay. Well, that looks horrendous, but no, thank you. I mean, could I? Let's try this, and then just like have it go around, and then I could slap an exhibit in there. Maybe? Can I do that? Is that an option? No, I don't. I want this. What's the problem? Oh. Okay. Okay, that's too much. Okay, well, that's a little wonk, but it works. Kinda? Sure. Oh my god, this camera sometimes. I swear to god. Right, so I don't really get how does like the Transformers and shit work again? Yeah, I guess people don't like to see staff facilities. I guess I should actually build gates too, eh? Oh, apparently things are just, you know, ticking along with me not paying any friggin' attention at all. That's fine. Okay, so where power? Where's the power? Well, no, that's too much. That's not helpful. Utilities. There we go. Interesting. Okay, and then it just has this big ol' range. Okay, well, I mean, do we just tell people to, like, deal with it and look at the Transformer? Cause, like, yeah, maybe we do. We can tuck it over here, but okay. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay, so what do we want? What's happening? Right, cool. Oh, right. I guess, like, I feel like maybe I should do something else? Sure. That's, I didn't actually get anything. Gross. Gross. Nasty. Gross. Do not like. I mean, the snails are fine, but whatever. Jazzy, the Gila monster. Okay, what about this big boy? Make sure you don't already have one, has to be new. I mean, solid point? Oh, okay. Apparently we get exactly one frog. That is all. Oh. Well, that doesn't seem fair to my little friendo. How do I figure that out? So... yeah, okay. We're doing alright. Hippos, orangutans, bonobos, all that. Okay. But I want another thing. Apparently, all I can get right now is a snail. So, snail it is. Yeah, okay, that's great. I understand that there is an issue. How do I do this again? The list changes frequently. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there it is. I guess it was fine. Cool. All right, that's better. And we don't... Oh, we do have layout stuff. So that's not perfect, but it's better. Cool. I think I actually only need to do one more thing. Yeah, so that's great. And this wasn't a waste of time at all. I don't know. What do we want? What do we want in here? We could do like the anteaters and stuff. We've already got hippos and mandrills and all sorts. Yep, it looks like we're getting anteaters, friends. Is that what they even are? I don't even know. Sure, we get 2 of them. That I don't know if that's enough, but so how do I... Okay, I assume, will this update at some point, I assume? Cause like I don't really know what I need in here. I mean, like, is that do they want a burrow? Do they want... Oh, that's real big. That's too big. Oh, that's... Yep. It's bigger. This one's a bit smaller, but it still seems really large. Takes a minute or 2 for the animals to get there. Yeah, that's cool and all. I just don't know what they want from me. I guess I should probably make some of these windows, though, hey? That would probably be good. Also, I don't know how tall this needs to be.
My,
But
you have
sure.
been busy, haven't you?
They're in a box. They
Splendid.
want out of the box.
But now that you've adopted all
Yes.
these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean you.
Of course.
Go on, get to it.
Okay, so you want food and toy enrichment and stuff. That totally makes sense. And swimming. We need swimming area. Cool. So I can't... That's... Well, that's unfortunate. Cause can they even swim with? Huh. Let me just. I can't. Okay, so it's like, what is pause? Oh, we're not paused now. What are these called again? Wait, what? How? How did we end up with that? I don't want it. Sorry, Bonobo. Thank you, Goldman. I appreciate that. So, did I don't even know what happened. I did whatever. Just whatever is fine. Okay, so... a cardboard box? You bet, buddy. Let's just give them everything that they could possibly want. Apparently, aside from... pool. Which, you know, they want, but they can't have. An ice ball? Okay, sure. So... okay, cool. I don't know what would currently work with them, but cool. Where's the average thing again? Nope. So the bonobos aren't super thrilled. Everything else appears to be fine. Cool. What? You guys have shit all for enrichment, apparently. That should be easy to fix. Bonobos, please. Frozen fruit? Yum. Okay, can we not have this? I think they already have one of those, but I don't care. Right in front of the windows, kids. Everything. Drums, interesting. The drums fell over, oh.
Lovely job there. You should be
Nailed
proud
it.
of yourself. Not only have you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as happy as Larry, but you didn't bankrupt us in the process.
Who's Larry?
Amazing.
Amazing! Okay. Cool. Yes. Whatevs, yo. I'm so tired. Okay, so... I guess I'll load up the next one. The last tutorial. Because I don't want the loading to take forever and stuff, but I'm gonna try... Like, I want to go take a break really quick, but I don't know where to pause this in terms of, like, Nancy talking and shit. God, the volume on this is so all over the place. I'm so tired. See, like, I feel like I should just be starting the break while this happens, but if I do that, I'm gonna load in and miss a bunch of talking. So, like, shit. Oh well, it's fine. You'll just have to enjoy my very sleepy face instead. It's so weird being up on the top left of my screen. I'm not used to this. So pretty, though.
Pandas. They're my daughter's favorite animal.
Can you shut up? Stop. There. Okay, sweet, cool. All right, I am going to take a quick break, but I will be right back. Bye-ish. BRB. Hey everybody, welcome back. We have a cat. Hey, aw. Yeah. You need to give me a hug. He's purring. You wanna purr? Wanna purr for the people? Yeah, I don't know if they can hear you, but hopefully. Oh, hair in my face. So yeah, we've got a happy baby. We don't always get the happy baby, but today we have a happy baby, which is nice. Purr, 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 purr. What's up? What's up? I don't know what's up. Okay, here. One here? Oh, awkward. Okay, where are you going, buddy? Dude. Hi. What are you doing? Why are you laying down there? Why is he's right here? Why are you here? Can you guys hear him purring? Ah, there's cat hair in my face. Okay. So yeah, I guess basically all we're gonna do today is tutorial, and I feel slightly annoyed by that, but oh well, it is what it is. Let's let Birdie talk.
I think it's fair to say that if ever there was an animal which has captured the public's imagination, it's pandas.
Just purring away.
Oh well, that's assuming you ignore cats and dogs, obviously. It'll take more than a cute bear to knock them off of the top
Like, my
spot.
mic is directional, so I kind of feel like you probably can't hear him
but
because
did
he's
you
sitting
know,
behind the mic,
thanks
but
to the
yeah.
incredible conservation work that's being done in China and around
But he
the
is
world,
rumbling.
pandas are no longer endangered.
Yeah, baby boy.
Amazing.
Aw.
That said, they're still considered vulnerable.
Yeah?
So, this
What's
zoo
up?
is extraordinarily lucky and honored to be part of that conservation effort.
Gooby.
It really speaks to our reputation, a reputation that you're going to be in charge of maintaining.
Yeah.
Along with all the general
Are
maintaining
you on
too.
camera and do
I
you know
really
it?
can't tell you how important
Yeah.
the welfare of those pandas is. Oh, wait, I
Anyway.
can't. It is vitally important. The eyes of the world are on you, my friend. Although
I never know if I'm putting my
perhaps more
camera
pressingly,
back where
the
it was
eyes of
before.
Nancy are on you
Where are
too.
you going? Where are you going?
Welcome to
No,
China.
don't rub your face
This
on that
is
cable.
Bernie's brand new Panda Celebration Zoo.
What are
So
you
new, in
doing?
fact, that it's
Oh
not
my
quite
god,
finished,
how is there
but we'll deal
so
with that
much
later.
cat hair on my
First,
face?
let's take a tour of the zoo.
Okay, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Hey. Come get this. Hey. Hey. Okay, well. Hey. I need to save my webcam. Stop it. Why are you like this? I invited you here in good faith, sir. Stop it. No. No. Cat. Stop. Stop rubbing your face on everything. Come here. Come play. Come play. Hey. You wanna come get the pencil? Well, mommy tries not to run everything over. Pabu. Hey. Come here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pounce on the pencil. Am I talking to you guys? No, mostly not. But, you know, I'm aware that you're there. I'm just trying also to save my electronics from the monster. Oh, it's a pencil under a blanket. It's your arch nemesis. I don't know. If I just put a bunch of toys up here, I still think he wouldn't play with them unless I played with him at the same time, because he's just so needy. You're so needy. He's just purring too. Oh, okay, gotta get it. Yeah, well, now I really regret picking him up. This isn't exactly how I was hoping this was gonna go, because he was like in a good mood. I thought he would just chill out and like get sick of me holding him and then lay down or something, right? But here we are. So. Hi. Boop. Boop. Okay. Okay, buddy. Are you silly? Is he silly? I think he's silly. Wow, we're just getting so much done today. Like, even like, I'm always slow, but this is impressive. Oh, gotta get it. I don't know if I can leave him. I can try. Probably not. That's my guess. It's probably not. I'm increasing Pabu's enrichment. Thank you, Galdwin. You are correct. Look at this boy. Here. He's rumbling so loudly. Like, I know you guys can't hear him. See, there you go. It's the curse of adjusting the camera. He's like, oh, you adjusted the camera? You want me to stay? Bye. Hey. What are you doing? Hey. Stop pawing at my shit. Oh my god, Pabu. Would you, like, get a life? Yeah, go find something else to be annoying about. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Jester, like, sitting between you and your keyboard. Yeah, with Lily and Pabu, actually, it's usually between my keyboard and my monitor. Which I don't know if it's worse, because then Lily does her croissant thing and, like, smashes her head into all of my F keys, and it's really annoying. Like, it's super cute, but also very annoying. Pabu! Don't you fucking dare! He would, like, had his mouth on a cable, so... Would you get lost? What do we do, guys? What do I do with you? Hey. Hey. Stop. Stop it. I don't like using the spray bottle around my electronics is the problem. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, and I don't know if it's going to long term, but I put him up on top of the shelf, and he was like, oh, okay. So, oh, it looks like he might try to murder some of my stuff from above, now that he's up there. So hopefully not, but if he does, well, yeah, compressed air around the computer is better than a spray bottle for sure. I don't have any at the moment, but that's a good idea. What is he doing? Okay, he might just be laying down. I am sorry to remove him from frame, but it's definitely better than him eating my wires. Because I guarantee you things will go poorly if he chews a wire in half while I'm streaming. Okay. So I need to find the habitat and enter the animal camera. Pabu, what the fuck are you doing?
Obviously the giant pandas are the main attraction for this zoo, and
very
luckily
cute.
for us, we have
That's
one
very,
which was
very
born
cute.
just a few days ago. Let's go and have a look at it. Go on, don't be shy. Select the panda cub.
Where?
Oh, Doesn't it just warm the cockles of your heart?
I don't know,
So
maybe?
cute. Did you know that giant pandas, or Ailuropoda merinaluca for being formal, are the only entirely herbivorous bears? They can actually eat up to 38 kilos of bamboo a day.
Okay,
Not
but where's
that surprising,
the baby?
given that they'll spend up to 14 hours a day chomping away.
Whatever.
I don't imagine this little fluff ball has that kind of appetite yet, though.
Well, that's nice, but I can't find him, so...
I just got word from one of our keepers that a sable antelope was placed into a habitat without going through quarantine first, and that they're displaying signs of disease. We'll have to move them into quarantine to stop the infection from spreading to the other animals. To do that, go to the highlighted habitat, find the infected animal, and then select them to bring up their information panel.
See, so these are all... There is no baby. I call... Where? Where is it? I don't... Oh. Because there's this whole ass scroll bar. Okay. Oh, where... Oh, God. Pabu! What are you doing? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I need to look at what he's doing. What are you doing? Stop it! Okay, well at least right now he's just fucking with paper. It's really annoying, but it's fine. Oh, apparently I'm not... Oh. Oh my God, stop pushing stuff off my desk. Jesus Christ, cat. He's so cruel. He's so mean. He literally was like rubbing himself on my legs, being like, "We're friends, mother. Pick me up. I love you." And then this bastard here. Okay, so she's okay. Very cute. Extreme. Hey! I'm sorry for that, how loud that was, but he's chewing on my fucking webcam cable. Jesus Christ, this cat. Ugh. Get lost. Get down. I'm sorry. I'm super done, but I mean, I'm worried that the more I throw him off, the more he's gonna want to be here, but like, dude. So good. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, are you the sick antelope?
Now click move and then transfer them into quarantine. I've highlighted the quarantine facility in the zoo for you.
Yeah, okay, where? Okay.
Oh, phew. That's a relief. Now that we've stopped the infection from spreading any further, we need to build a vet surgery so the antelope can be treated and then return to his habitat.
I don't know where he went,
I've
and that
already
scares
highlighted where
me.
I'd like you to build it, so why don't we head over there?
Okay. Okay, so what am I building? Oh, I keep hearing this noise and I was like, oh my God, what is the cat doing? But it's the dryer. I have my dryer on. Yeah, okay, I found it. A vet surgery.
In order to build the vet surgery, click on Facilities, Staff Facilities, and then Vet Surgeries.
Ooh, pretty. But isn't that literally what that is? Sure, whatever. Yeah, well, I mean, it's hideously connected to a path, but
job.
it is.
Vet surgeries play a very important role in a zoo.
I don't know where the cat is. I'm scared, so...
Once there's room for the antelope, the vet will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to the
Very
surgery.
scared, but maybe he just decided to stop being a dick. That'd be great.
Spread through a habitat quite easily, especially if the water inside it isn't being cleaned regularly. As it happens, I just got a report that one of our water treatment facilities has broken down, and the water in the flamingo and saltwater crocodile habitats has gotten dirty. I've highlighted the water treatment facility for you, so you should go and check it out. Click on the water treatment facility to bring up its information panel.
I did. that what I'm supposed to be doing? I think? Like, no cat? So far, no cat. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, where are, oh, I'm sorry for being... Go, little dude, go! I mean, why, oh, okay. Where, there it is.
Yes, I don't think you need a degree in mechanics to tell that this thing's thoroughly banjaxed. Click call mechanic to get them to come over and fix it for us.
Okay, well I guess,
So,
you know,
explain,
being paused was the
water
problem
facilities
there.
work in a similar manner to power sources, in that they have a radius of influence around them. That means any body of water which is even partly within that radius will be cleaned automatically. Also, like power sources, if they get damaged, that radius of influence will shrink, meaning that it might stop cleaning water sources which were only just within its reach. If you want to check how much of your zoo is covered by your water treatment facilities, then there's a heat map you can use to see the coverage. That way, you can quickly spot problem areas and rectify the issue.
Pabu. He's
Good
in the
work.
room again.
Now that the water treatment facility has been repaired, the water will be cleaned up in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. You can also use mechanics to repair power facilities, transport rides, spins, benches, signs, and, as you already know, habitat barriers.
Moving
Now,
around.
I'll
Oh,
be
there he
honest,
is.
I'm still a little worried about that disease scare we had, so I think we should do some research into it.
Pabu.
Doing research into a disease can help prevent future outbreaks of it.
Pabu.
And even if we do have an outbreak, it'll make the disease much less potent. I'd like you to start some research into bordetalosis.
Pabu.
Disease research can be found in vet research.
Hey.
So head over to your research center and get one of the vets researching it.
Stop it. Pabu. Pabu. Stop it. Hey. Stop. No. I don't know, man. This cat is gonna just wreck my day, isn't he? Okay, so we need to go into, no, this one.
Lovely job. Once
Cool.
that research is complete, I expect we'll send that disease packing in no
What
time.
are you doing? What do you want?
Whew, that was a
What do I do
close
with all
run
these
thing with those
statues they're
antelopes.
giving me?
I dread to think what might have happened
Hey.
if you hadn't got him into quarantine as quickly as you did.
Hey.
Fast thinking there. We
Hey.
had a horrible outbreak of viral gastroenteritis here
He's-
at Goodwin
he's
House.
being the
Although,
worst.
luckily, that was just limited to me and my wife.
Hey.
Right. Now that we've got all our urgent tasks in hand,
Stop it.
we can start to focus on the guests and
I know
improving
you're
their time
upset,
in the
but
park.
you need to not.
You see, you can also do research into new and
I
improved
feel
guest
bad
facilities,
because he's mad at me,
transport
but
rides,
like,
as well as new
dude,
types
stop
of
trying to eat
barrier
my
and other
shit.
things via the workshop.
That's all he needs
I've
to do.
highlighted the workshop for you.
It's
so
not
head over
a
there,
terrible
select
request.
it, and then click on View Workshop.
Pabu, fuck off. Okay, can I just have the thing though, please? I don't want this. Thank you. Whatever. And then I want... Cool. Pabu. What did it tell me to do? Oh,
And
okay.
finally, assign a mechanic to research souvenir shops by dragging and dropping them onto it. I can't wait to see what they come up with. Great stuff. That research will take a little while, so let's have a look at something else in the meantime. Because
I'm
we've
watching
had
him.
some good news.
Oh, what's that? What's the good news? Pabu.
It turns out that we're allowed to adopt more giant pandas. The
Pabu.
authorities have given us 3 females to help with our breeding program.
Pabu.
Even
Hey.
so, I'm sure you know how notoriously difficult it is to get pandas to breed, so we'll
This
have
fucking
to
cat,
be
man.
patient. Our current
Hey.
giant panda habitat is full to the brim,
Stop.
but luckily we've already got another habitat ready to go. But before we move our new pandas in, they'll need to go through quarantine. Of course, we can't do that until we've accepted them. So open up animal trading
cat is
and
killing
go into
me.
the animal reward section.
Okay, so to a trade center, then to quarantine.
Just click transfer to animal storage next to each of the pandas, and then they'll be sent there.
Cool.
Finally, we can send them from animal storage to quarantine. To do that, just select them in animal storage, then click send to zoo, and then click on the quarantine facility in the zoo. Don't worry, I've highlighted it for you so you can find it easily.
Pabu, you are killing me,
While
bro.
we wait for them to clear quarantine,
Hey.
you should set up their new habitat so they feel at home in there. I'll also
He's
need you to
killing
bring
me,
over one of the male
bro.
pandas from our other habitat, but because without him, we're not going to have much of a breeding program, are we? So go on,
Yuck,
move him
yuck.
over and get everything set up for your pandas.
I don't trust him. Okay, can we move him into new... What? Is this the new habitat? Yeah, that's the new one, not the old one. The old one is here. Who are you? You are a boy. You can move new place. Good. Hi. Are you gonna stop being a shithead if I'm nice to you? I kind of doubt it, but it's worth trying. Okay, so habitat. Everything is paused right now, which is like maybe not the best use of my time. Yeah, so giant pandas. Oh, they have so many options. Pabu. Okay, pausing again. Pabu, hey. Okay, we're trying to be nice now, but you need to stop. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Why are you mean? You're so rude. I'm just petting his chin because he's a spoiled little shit. That's what's happening right now. You gonna stop being a dick now that you've gotten some attention? I guess that remains to be seen. But hopefully being nice to him is more effective than, you know, everything else. So I just... Yeah. I mean, I don't have trees to put this in. What are you doing? Stop it. Oh my god. I don't really want to build like a thing. Also, okay, we do have glass stuff. Enriched achievement. Okay, so okay, how do I that seemed like it was gonna work for like a second. Does the smaller one work? I think that's just on the ground. That's kind of annoying. Do I need to have trees closer? I don't, what am I doing? I don't know. That doesn't seem very climbable to me. Pabu, what are you doing? Okay, deal. What are you doing? I mean, he's not currently near a bunch of wires, kind of, so there's that, but he's flapping his tail menacingly. Cardboard box, heck yes. fine. No, I don't want a cooler right now. At least, I don't know. Stop it! Oh my god, I'm sorry. He literally just pulled on the lens cap because he's a frickin' jerk. Wow. Way to just ruin my framing, dude. God. Yeah, my framing is all completely screwed. Stupid cat. Well, okay, it's not that bad. I fixed it. But, like, come on. that was not cool. Oh, I don't know what they want. What do I want? Oh, I don't want that to be in the wooden shelters thing, but oops. Water bowl. I mean, I guess they have some water, but whatever. I like that popping noise. That was good. Okay. I don't know. I just felt the need to do that. I don't know if this is like actively like what is where Nope, don't like that. Do not like that. Don't like that. Please undo that. Stop it. Okay, well, I guess we're stuck with it. Fantastic. Whatever. These pandas are gonna be spoiled to shit. Okay, so that seems to have gotten me... Yeah, okay, so terrain welfare. How do we... Stop... Oh my god. Okay. Alright, So, what do you need, pandas? Matured pangolin. Okay, cool. Coolio. Can the panda get here so I can do literally anything, please? That would be great. Thanks. Also, are these, like, separate? Can they get through? Oh, they must be able to get, yeah, through the thing underneath. Cool. Apparently the plants is good. Plants is... Apparently I did good on that. So that's good to know. Oh, he's already there. Habitat. I mean... Okay, he needs more short grass and less long grass. I can do that, I guess.
Good news. Our new female pandas have been given a clean bill of health. You'd best move them into the new habitat so they can settle in. And I hope you've made their habitat as comfy as possible, because animals will only breed if they're happy.
Okay, well... I feel like this isn't working. Why is this not working? Hello? Would like to have less long grass. Nothing? But also I feel like nothing's changing. I'm so... What is happening? Whatever, I think... Is it just like bugged out because I have an objective or something? Is that what's going on? What is... Oh my god. I hate this like whole editing group thing that it's doing. I hate it. Okay. So you three can move to where is the thing? There's the thing. There we go.
Oh, bless. I think they'll be really happy in
Hopefully.
there. Fingers crossed we'll see some lovely new cubs sooner rather than later. Right. While they're being delivered, we'd better get on with something else. Oh, dear me. There's never any time to rest when you're running a zoo, is there?
Where did the panda go?
Unless you hit the pause button. Okay, I think it's time I told you all about work zones. I know, they don't sound as interesting as the animals, but trust me, they're ever so useful. You see, work zones are a way of making sure that your staff concentrate on specific habitats or tasks within the zoo, so they aren't wandering off elsewhere when it's time to feed the animals or the like. So let's start by creating a new work zone, and then assigning a keeper to it so that they know to look after the new pandas. To do that, go into the zoo section, then click on staff, and then work zones. Now, click on new work zone. To set up your new work zone, I'll need you to select the highlighted habitat gate, staff room, and keeper hut. Oh, and don't forget to name it something useful. Once you're done, just go ahead and exit the work zone creator.
I'm sorry, I'm nothing if not a smartass. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, I know. I know I'll never come back here, so yeah.
We don't want them getting distracted.
So smartass answer is totally fine.
Go on, hire one.
Okay. Go to staff. Staff. Okay. I'm hiring a what now? Keeper. Hire and assign a work zone to one keeper. Okay,
Then, click on your new keeper to bring up their information panel and go to their employment tab. At the bottom, you can assign them to your new work zone from the drop-down menu.
Donezo. I can be picky in the next scenario. I mean, I might still name all my work zones something useful one, two,
new pandas.
Just because I'm a jackass.
Just so you know, all types of staff can be assigned work zones. Just make sure that they have access to all the buildings that they need. And one last thing. You might find it faster to assign them from the work zones tab in the staff section of zoo management.
Probably, yeah.
To chase around selecting your staff one by one. Oh, it sounds like the brand research has been completed. You should collect your rewards. And you can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into mechanic research.
Right,
souvenir
shops.
Now that we've got our lovely new Just a Memento shop designed, you should build one of them near the zoo's exit. That way the guests won't miss it on their way out and we won't miss out on their money.
Their money? Why did she say it like that? That was really weird. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I'm like second guessing that so much. Okay. Just a Memento is a really cheesy name, and I'm kind of here for it, but okay, so why was that fine and now all of a sudden it's not fine? Well, what do you want from me? I will eat farts. What is your problem? There, in the bush. How about that? What the fuck? Oh my god. Why is this tutorial so finicky? I hate this. I'm annoyed. Come on. Can I just click forever until something works? Like, why? Why are you like this? Invalid rotation, my ass. What is this? I hate this. I'm mad. This is unfair. Why? What if can I just put this ugly blob? Will this work? No? No, we just really hate rats.
Oh, that's ever so wonderful, that is.
Beautiful.
Anyway, I'm just off for a moment, but I'm sure I'll have some more jobs for you to look at shortly.
Hideous. Love it. Thank you so much, game.
Aw, those pandas look just adorable.
Whatever.
I can see why people
God.
keep foolishly forgetting that they're wild bears. And good work on that new gift shop branding.
Right?
Just a memento.
And you can see the
Very
branding.
clever.
It's so visually
Much better than our
appealing.
old, overpriced
Is the game
gift
bugged in the same
branding.
spot for you? Yeah, I
I'm
would
all
believe
for
it.
truth in advertising, but it was perhaps a little on the nose.
Yeah, probably.
Back as promised. Right. I'd like you to increase the number of different species in the zoo.
Okay.
Now, you can find out what species are already in your zoo by going into the zoo section and then into the animals area. And if you're wondering how you're going to fit them all in, then mixed species habitats are a great way to save space and create interesting habitats. Just make sure to check the Zoopedia to find out which
Okay.
species enjoy living together. E.g., don't mix lions with antelopes.
Yeah. So what is happening in this frickin' place? What is okay? Is this tiny ass fucking thing? Wow, no wonder they're having issues. Yikes. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Am I just supposed to ignore that until later? Like, what the fuck, guys? Okay, I don't know that this is the only thing I'm going to do, but I feel like this is the best way to do this. To just, yeah, I don't know. Here, I want to have that be as connected as possible. Okay, well, that almost worked. Okay, cool. This camera is like ridiculously sensitive, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, so let's just be super fun and cheaty. Oh. Okay, well, fine. I guess I'll just put one on the ground, too. It doesn't make sense, but alright. Yeah, what do you want me to do about it, though? Like, this is just the shitty hand they gave me. Am I supposed to care about the bonobos right now? I don't know. Back to the exhibit. Where's my exhibit? What's happening? I'm confused and lost. Aha! Okay. Yeah, let's just hover around here and then do some exhibit trading. I hate spiders. Pabu, what do you want, buddy? What do you want, my dude? Oh, did I? Okay, I somehow clicked into that one instead. And then maybe I already have some of these, and that's
I'm sure
fine.
you know by
if
now
that's
how
the
to make your
case.
animals
Apparently
happy.
not.
So you'd best get that sorted
Get
before
out.
the inspector gets here.
Oh, this
Sorry,
cat.
did I not mention there was an inspector
Cat.
coming?
Hey.
Oh dear.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pause. Pabu! This cat is fucking killing me today. And it's not like he doesn't... What happened? I'm sorry, what happened? I think I... Are you okay? You okay? What's up? I don't know exactly what happened, but oh my god, Pabu, please. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't. Come here. Please come here. Please come here. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Is it okay, everybody? I think it should be okay. Are you okay? Yeah? Sorry. Okay. Okay. Try not to be a huge jerk, please. That would be nice. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I got a little bit of his tail fluff in a chair wheel, and I feel awful. I know that I didn't roll over his tail, but yeah. Elaine, you tripped and caught yourself on the edge of the bed, bopping your sleeping kitty on the nose the other day. Oh no. I'm sorry. For you and your kitty. Pabu, please. I know you're upset with me, but can you please stop? Hey. Hey. He's just looking at me over the top of the monitor and then like going to bite things. This is so much. This is so much right now. I'm dying. Pabu, blink twice if you need help. He's fine. Hey. Stop trying to eat things. Stop it. Pabu, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? I don't, this kid though, I don't think I'm gonna nail all of these, but stop it, you little shithead. Stop it. Why are you like this? Okay, now he's biting me, if that makes any of you feel better. What are you doing, bro? Okay, I don't know why you're licking me, but that's sweet, at least until it turns into chomping again. So what do I do about these frickin' bonobos? I guess I feel like I just need to build another habitat for them. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. I'm sorry. I really am sorry for making all of you hear distressed cat noise too, because I felt really bad about that. So, yeah. I don't really know what kind of requirements I need for the bonobos. Yeah, I'm working on that. Where did he go? God, like that's the problem with getting rid of him, is the thing you don't know where he went. Okay, so it's just... Oh, these are... Okay. Oh, I'm so lost. So is it a mixed habitat and there's like a bunch of... Where are they all? Okay. You've released one or two of the bonobos. Yeah, that's an option too. Oh my god. Okay, thanks. Okay, well, we're fixing that. Yeah, apparently we did already have lots of those, so that's fine. And okay, now they are the macaques. Okay. Terrible candidate doing it anyway. I mean, this seems a lot easier than the alternative. I guess I should hit play to see. That one was slightly better. So that's 3 of them. That should probably help. I don't care. Where? The exhibits? Okay, okay, so... that's not quite what I want. Wait a minute. I don't know if that's the right call, but, well, it doesn't necessarily matter. And... staff keeper. Oh, right. 1 second. I assume. Sure. I assume that. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Good enough. Whatever. So can we do any layout stuff? No. For these guys we can. Oh god. So okay, of course it had to be window 1. And then for this one, it would be, no, that one. Okay. Separate them from each other. Oh, I guess I will need to do that on multiple ones, right? Cool. You know, good, going all out with the 3D facade. Okay, and then, I mean, I guess, no. Yeah. Derp derp. You might be able to research layout stuff. Yeah, I definitely can research layout stuff, as far as I know. I just haven't yet, so. I mean, I think at least one of them, obviously, I did, so. Okay, and then, God, this is like really excessive how much work this is. Okay, cool. What is your deal? Oh, buddy. So you need more sneaky shelter. Okay, that's cool. I can deal with that. Not the giant panda ones. don't really know that there's a lot of options here. Yeah, because all these are still like pretty open. What? I mean, oh, that's huge. Yeah, I don't like that. Nature. That's what we're looking for, right? Let's just give up some rocks that are all the same. I think it's, no, that's the zookeeper. I was like, I think it's moving over there, but no. Is this the same one I was already clicking? It might be. That's very small. This is working perfectly. Exactly as intended. 100%. Okay. Sure. Nailing it. Is this working for you, my furry friend? Well, I don't, yeah, it is working too. Nice. Nailed it. Okay. Yeah, so you can go hide now though, right? Yeah, you're going, right? Little buddy? Where are you going, little buddy? It's getting better, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Good work, little buddy. I mean, honestly, I probably could have just made like that window to like one-way class or something, but you know. Cool. I didn't end up getting one of those anyway, so that is great. Don't remember what I got. I don't care about the speakers though. I just don't. Oh, cool, right. I forgot I did that. Sure. I mean, go away. Oh. Yeah. Sure, I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever. Do I... Okay, but we... Okay, well then I'll just delete it, but we gave them another one, so it should be fine, right? Right? Whatever. Okay, I just... Okay, but it's not though? So like... Can I just... Yeah, I can just turn it down. And that should help, right? Did that actually get rid of one? Yeah, that can be a lot smaller. I mean, I get why it wasn't, but... I don't feel like dealing with this, so we're just shrinking them. There you go. Still? We still mad about this? Still mad? For no reason? No. Okay, good. Is everybody freaking happy now? Where are we at? Okay, I have one frog that's not thrilled. What's up, buddy? Oh, buddy. So temperature isn't good. I'm sorry, friendo. Which one is this one in? Ugh. This guy? Yeah. Okay, so humidity is good. Temperature needs to be a bit higher. Good. And... Okay, so we want golden poison frog. Are we already doing that? No, we're not. Okay. And then hopefully that's all we need to make animal happy. I mean, theoretically, I don't know if that's gonna be enough or not. Oh, right. Okay, so you want more of them. That seems fair. Okay, frog. Yeah. Goldwyn says, poor Diego. I'm fixing it, okay? Look, now there's lots of them. Apparently it's balanced now. What's the problem? What, you want to hide, there's too many people, and, okay, yeah, so, barriers. I don't know if that worked. Or if that would be, like, correct, but it... What? Having to queue to use this facility. Okay. Good for you. I don't care. Only because the inspector is coming, yeah. Everything seems pretty happy, but we're not... Where are we at? 86%, so... How could I make the macaque slaves better? Insufficient. Crowding still, so... Let's get rid of another one! Yeah, let's just keep it up. Let's keep it up. We got one more to get rid of, right? Bye. Oh, and now it's not enough. Now there's not enough, of course. Well, that's not that surprising. Maybe I should have kept one more. Can I undo that? No? Oh, actually. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did that actually work? Wait a minute. Did that actually undo that? No, it didn't. Okay, I don't know what was up with that. I don't know how much of a problem that's going to be. We'll find out. But I don't care. I honestly don't. I don't know what you want from me. 88. Okay. So what can I do for the flamingos then? Okay, their meal quality could be better, and hard shelter and enrichment. Okay, I don't think, like, these are all so big, I don't know if that'll actually help, but, okay, so... Greater flamingo? Yes. Cool. Okay, so we want enrichment, toy enrichment, and food. Yeah, that's really large, but okay.
Looks like you've got everything humming away nicely.
Do I? That's good.
Oh, well, it seems that with our new pandas and other species, we've attracted lots and lots of new guests. Let's work on making sure those guests are kept happy. That means making sure they have great views of the animals, lots of places to buy food and drink, and, well, lots of places to get rid of food and drink. Toilets.
Yes, we.
You
Yep.
should
Thank
think
you, Nancy.
carefully about
We
where
did
to
figure
put
that
your
out.
guest facilities, though.
Place
For
a
instance,
chief beef.
don't put all
Heck
the food shops in
yeah.
the same place. Just look at how the guests are distributed around the park and put your facilities where they'll be needed the most. As long as you remember to pay attention to what the guests are thinking, you'll soon have a handle on what everyone wants.
But why isn't there a finished chief beef? I don't know if I can do anything with this heat map. Oh, well, I mean, it's not like that's... What is the problem now? Oh, everything's cold. Whatever. It's just not my problem right now. Okay, well, here's an ugly, unclad chief beef. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. Cosmic cow milkshakes. Nope, not that one. And an information center. An info shop with an info center inside. Okay. Where might this fit? Sure thing. Okay. Thank you for approving of my use of the word unclad. Because, like, well, I mean, it's an accurate description, right? I don't... What... Where's the... Is this... Yeah, okay. Because I was like, what way does this need to be facing? What? What's the problem? Sure, I don't give a shit. 5 bins and 5 benches. An East Asia bin. Heck yeah. Oh, there was already a bin there, but they're just asking me to place bins. So, I mean, bin? Where did I just put my new chief beef and stuff? Where did that go? I know we rotated, so now I'm confused, but I don't... Okay. Yep. I'm definitely putting these in places where there are already things. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Beds! And benches. Everybody sit in the same spots.
Sounds like the inspector's almost here. Now, I fully expect you to pass with flying colors.
I don't know why they need more bins and benches. They're literally all over the place already. Yeah, they are. I don't get it either, but whatever. Okay, so I don't know what to do for you, baby, because I have a feeling that I can't really do that much, or at least I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, also, ooh, okay, okay, this is a feeding thing. No, it's a water bowl. Where's their food dish? Oh, is this the... No. Food? Where's the food dish? Is it this? Oh, habitat gate. Where's the habitat gate? To set the food quality. Aha! Oh. Aha! Okay. There we go, and then... That was the main issue, or... Too many adults and wants to hide. I don't know why that didn't work, but this poor animal. That should help, hopefully. I just need the report and I'm done. So, well, right, I'm just like, just waiting for it, right? Where's my thingy? Just loving how well I can see everything in the rain. Hey, look, people like my frogs and shit. Here we go. That's better. Wow, you're very unhappy. Okay, but I thought I gave you... What is... Oh, you guys just don't have anything up there because you guys can't get out, so they're like, screw you guys? That's... fine, I guess, but real shit for the animals. There, right? Wait, what? What do you mean obstructed? Oh, I have to click on the objective. Oh, haha. Oh, well, no, wait. Okay, no, he's currently doing the thing, I think. Yeah. He's wandering around. That's what that is. Okay. So these poor babies are just completely exposed. Okay, well, let's just put some rocks or something up. Can I get this to stand up? Is that a possibility? There. How dare you? I'm just trying to give the poor deers some privacy from these terrible humans that are just peering at them over the fence. That looks terrible. I don't care. Everything is fine. Okay. So hopefully that's goodish. Okay, can we just... Oh, actually, I could have left that one. I don't know. What are we doing? Sure. Okay. Yeah. I guess I could speed things up, but he's apparently things are going pretty well. So I don't care. I don't care. Okay, what's your deal, bro? You're trying to hide. Okay, but is that... Go behind that thing, you idiot! Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure that this is the smartest creature, to be honest. Not completely convinced. I mean, I realize that there is a little bit of an issue with overlapping and hiding. It's 5, no more work. Well, until tomorrow morning. Yeah! I guess it's 4 here, but close enough to 5. It's good timing though. We're almost done this, and then I can call it and go have a goddamn nap. I could make this one-way glass, right? Surely? God. These poor creatures. Poor creatures. And then there's just a lot of open space. Good for the flamingo. Good for it. I don't know. I don't care. And yeah, it is Thursday, not Friday, right? Yeah, that's confusing, but it's the truth. So, okay, can I? Yeah, where are you at, bro? Let's just follow him around. Okay, I see. It's cinematic camera, not orbital camera or orbit camera. What do you want, bro? Camera effects. Ooh. Okay, interesting. He's just having a good time, huh? One more to go. And I can speed that up more too. That would probably be worthwhile. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Wow, my rocks are so good. Like, I can't believe that the animals didn't think that was enough. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Excellent. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, where you go, bro? Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, we have to wait until you leave? Okay. Well, I'll just keep clicking on you until you get to the exit then. I don't care about my research at this particular moment in time, game. I just don't.
Goodness. You know, I really can't believe just how much you've come on during our time together.
Okay, but...
It goes to show, Bernie's got a keen eye for talent.
Apparently
and speaking of Bernie,
everything was
with you yet.
5, but I only got 4.
In Canada.
In Canada!
That you'd best pack a warm coat.
Wow, exciting and totally never been there.
It's been wonderful getting to know you, and I'm sure we'll meet again. But in the meantime, good luck.
You bet. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was fun. Kind of weird to spend 3 hours in tutorials, but really not that surprising with a game like Planet Zoo, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing tomorrow. Pretty sure we are going to be here with Elise again. Not sure what we're doing. And I need to fix my camera because the cat screwed it up and, you know, move myself back to my little corner here. There you go. That's not the Planet Zoo spot, but whatever. Now I can start playing the game. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, whatever. It's loud again, but it's fine. I can deal with it. But yeah, I will be live at 6 o'clock Central tomorrow, probably with Elise, probably playing something, but we might just be chatting. We'll see how it goes. And good night, Elaine. Thank you guys all for hanging out. And yep, sorry that it was just tutorial, but we'll get into the good stuff next time I play this. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.